Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I will be explaining to you about EDP. So EDP is an engineering design process which is a series of steps that engineers follow to come up with a solution to a problem. So think of it like a recipe for making something to work better or to create something new. So why does this process matter? So this process helps to ensure that the products that we use every day, for example like our phones, cars, and even video games are well designed and effective. So it's the reason why things work better and become more useful. And why is this important? It's because engineering design process helps to solve problems efficiently and effectively, and it also ensures that solutions are well thought out, tested, and refined. So as you can see in the slide, it's the 7 steps that are involved in the engineering design process, which is ask, research, imagine, plan, create, test, and the last one is improve. And I will be explaining that further in my next slide. So now I will be explaining further about the EDP. So this is an example on how you can apply this concept in engineering. Okay, so imagine if you want to create a new backpack that is more comfortable and has better storage. The first step you need to do in the EDP is to identify the problem. So what's the issue? You find the current backpacks are comfortable and don't have enough pockets. Or in simple terms, you need to find out what needs to be fixed or what needs to be improved. Second step is that you have to research and gather information. So what do? You have to look at different backpacks out there, see what works, and talk to people. Ask them what they prefer or what they don't prefer. Or in simple terms, you have to find out what's out there and what people need. The third step is that you have to brainstorm solutions. So what's next is that you have to come up with ideas. For example, like should I add more bedding or extra pockets, or we need to make adjustable straps. Or in simple way is that you have to think, you have to brainstorm different ways to solve that specific problem that you're trying to solve. Okay, so moving on to the fourth step, which is develop and select a solution. So what happens here is that you have to choose the best idea from all your brainstorming, and then you have to make a detailed plan for it. For example, you have to decide on the design, materials, and features that you want to use for the backpack. In simple terms, you have to pick the best idea and make a plan for it. The fifth step is that you have to build a prototype. What does this mean? It means that you have to create a simple version of the backpack to see if your design works. So in simple terms, is that you have to make a mock-up model and you have to test it out. And this relates to the 6 steps, which is test and evaluate. So what do? Is that you have to try out your prototype. Is it comfortable? Will the pockets work? You have to get feedback from other people to see if any changes are needed. So in simple terms, check if your model works well, and you have to make improvements if needed. And that brings us to the last step, which is refine and improve. So what's for that, I will explain to you on how our product is relatable to the goals of SDG 3, which is good health and well-being. So Sustainable Development Goal, or in other words, SDG 3, aims to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. So the heat pack that we are using to reduce muscle cramp can contribute to this goal in several ways. So the first one is improving health and well-being. So by helping to reduce muscle cramp, our heat pack contributes to elevating the comfort which can enhance overall well-being and effective management of muscle cramps can improve quality of life. Furthermore, reduce the need for medication or more invasive treatments. Second is the reduced healthcare costs. So by providing a simple, non-pharmaceutical solution for muscle cramps, our heat pack can potentially reduce the need for medical consultations or treatments, thereby contributing to lower healthcare. The third one is to promote self-care. So our heat pack will encourage individuals to take an active role in their own healthcare and self-management tools like our heat pack.
But I've been wasting so much time living on cloud nine, and my only one dream is
hard to access.
and I've been standing on the sidelines, waiting till the time's right to make mine. Ever since the first time I opened my world, I just can't seem to close my eyes and sleep. I'm locked inside this daydream, don't need any saving. But I need you to wake me when I fall asleep. I'm dreaming that you think of me, but if you're just too cool, I won't be a fool. When I fall asleep, I'm dreaming that you think of me, but if you're just too cool, I won't be a fool.
Plastic bags. Ziploc bags, one of them needs to be smaller and the other needs to be bigger. So why Castle Car is used for this is because Castle Car is one of the most common salt that are used in making hot pepper since its dissolution in water is highly exotic. That means the reaction, the salts involved is heat making the bag hot. So why Castle Car is used for this is because Castle Car is one of the most common salt that
Ever since the first time you opened up my world, I just can't seem to close my eyes and sleep. I'm locked inside this daydream, don't need any saving. But I need you to wake me up. Need you to wake me up when I'm falling asleep. Girl, won't you wake me up? I hope you're thinking of me. Oh, won't you wake me? Oh, won't you wake me up?
it is fully absorbed. Next, on the bigger plastic bag, you're gonna add your calcium chloride and you're going to add the bag.
You turn into the worst of me. Held on to every broken spot. I wish I never told you what I feel so.
How does heat pack relieve muscle pain that contains substances that undergo an anatomic calculation of pain, nutrients, and pain? First, stimulating muscle. When you have absorption or tight muscle, your lobe cells get bigger. This allows more blood, oxygen, and nutrients to be delivered to injured tissue. Second, increase blood vessels can provide comfort, increase muscle elasticity, as well as reduce daily tissue. Third one is reducing inflammation. It can cause more injuries, pain that are no longer growing. We must use within 48 hours talking
about
then.
trying life for me? Is it better that you hurt tonight? 'Cause the weather it determines kind of my world. Was there ever any wasted time to be?